Miyetti Allah leaders are in a very big trouble at this time, and they have cried out to the U.S. government, why have you placed sanctions on us? We are not evil people. Miyetti Allah leaders have denied terrorism links. That information is right there on your screen as you are watching this video. And one after the other, I'll give you the statements of their leaders. But let us look deeply into Miyetti Allah as an organization. What are the benefits of Miyetti Allah to Nigeria as a country? That is number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah, their members, have they been found with weapons? Yes or no? That is number two. Number three, Miyetti Allah, who are their leaders? At a particular time, Muhammadu Buhari was a life patron of Miyetti Allah before he died. And a report came out from People's Gazette that Muhammadu Buhari himself, he offered Miyetti Allah 100 billion naira as a sitting president of Nigeria. So the question goes to us, the so-called Miyetti Allah, what positivity have they brought to Nigeria? I told most of you, the U.S. government is watching. I've been telling you this for a very long time. Ever since Donald Trump became president, so many people celebrated it, especially in southern Nigeria, because Donald Trump has a record of defending the Christians. While Buhari was alive, he told Muhammadu Buhari, why are you killing Christians in Nigeria? That was during his first tenure in 2017. Now that he is back, you should understand that Donald Trump has been pointing his torchlight to these people. So this is where the question comes from, the fact that the U.S. government have now said enough is enough. And Miyetti Allah leaders are crying. They are now begging that no, we don't have any links to terrorists in Nigeria. That information is on your screen as you are watching this video. Before I proceed and give you the details of their leadership one after the other, let me give my new viewers who are watching for the first time. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Like and share this video as you are watching, and also drop your own comments, because later on the program I'll read your comments. Kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also on notifications. Be a part of this YouTube family by liking and sharing, and also drop your comments, also subscribing and on notifications. Let me continue. The word that came out from Chief Oluremi Tinubu, who is the wife of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where she said that she was very happy that the U.S. government, they struck Sokoto, Lakurawa on Christmas Day. Now look at the statement that came from northern Nigeria. Look at how their leaders were not happy over what she said. And Mahadishe replied the first lady that whether you like it or not, Islam will continue to be in Nigeria. Islam will continue to be in Yoruba land. Islam will always be in Igbo land. Islam will always be in southern Nigeria. And nobody can quench Islam in Nigeria. But the question is, the U.S. government, did they came to eliminate Muslims? No. They came to eliminate the terrorists in Nigeria. So these are different angles that northern leaders are not seeing. The U.S. government is not against the innocent Muslims. They are against the terrorists. But northern leaders have now turned it into like a war against the Muslims. So at this time, Miyetti Allah leaders are begging, say no, we don't have any links to terrorists. But I gave you a news last week. In Kwara State, Miyetti Allah leaders were arrested. 3 of them, and they were 3 old men. They were arrested for supplying information and sponsorship of the bandits. That was why and how they were arrested in northern Nigeria. That is Kwara State, where you call North Central, or better still, the middle belt part of Nigeria. So the big question at this time, and I wish, I've been saying it, I wish that with the way U.S. government is going about, I wish that Muhammadu Buhari is alive. With the way U.S. government is looking, I just wish that at this time Muhammadu Buhari was alive. It would have been exposed. As if Muhammadu Buhari was alive at this time, it would have been exposed by the U.S. government. Because there is no way, after pointing thought to Miyetti Allah, Muhammadu Buhari was their grand patron in Nigeria. And for the fact that he could offer them 100 billion naira as a sitting president, that tells you a lot. Many of us tend to forget. That's why sometimes on this platform I play you videos, for example of Samuel Otom, for example of Rotimi Akeredolu, for example of Goodluck Jonathan, that you can understand where these things are coming from. Having an understanding matters a lot. So when you understand where they are coming from, that is where you can now decipher and point out these are the problems of Nigeria at this time. What is the benefit? What have we achieved from that so-called Miyetti Allah in Nigeria? A big question at this particular time that needs to be answered. But let me give you that information first, because there are many revelations which are coming out. Now, I've told you, the U.S. government has stepped in, many terrorist leaders will be exposed. Yesterday, Malam Nasir El-Rufai escaped arrest. He was almost arrested. Many secrets will open at this time, and Nigerians are now saying, look at what you have done while you were governor, especially in southern Kaduna. But let me read here first. The Miyetti Allah cattle breeders. I'm reading from the Daily Post. That information is there on your screen. It says, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, has rejected alleged move by United States lawmakers to impose sanctions on the association. It seems that it's a peaceful and law-abiding organization. Miyetti Allah, they call themselves a peaceful and law-abiding organization. Speaking in an interview with Trust TV, MACBAN National President Baba Othman Ngelsama said there was no justification for the U.S. Congress to consider designating the Elders umbrella body as a terrorist organization. Ngelsama said the association received development with shock, noting that representatives had previously engaged with officials at the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria. He continues, he said, we received the news with the greatest shock because we don't know what the association has done to deserve such a sanction. He explained that MACBAN was established 42 years ago as a non-violent and non-religious trade association to protect the cattle breeders across the country regardless of religion or ethnicity. According to him, the association is a democratic pastoralist group whose leadership emerges through election. Ngesama maintained that Magban is neither armed nor involved in criminal activities, stressing that it has never taken responsibility for any crime or supported criminality. He added that the association has been collaborating with security agencies to combat crime, noting that several of its leaders have lost their lives in the process. As a result of this cooperation, many leaders of the association have lost their lives, so we are deeply surprised that this association is still being considered for sanction, he said. The Magba president further stated that the group operates openly with offices in all 36 states and across local government areas and works with government authorities at the state, local and federal levels. He called on President Bola Tinubu to protect members of the association from what he described as existential threat. This is the statement of Miyetti Allah at this time. But let us look at the other side. The big question is this: we have seen the herdsmen carrying weapons at different times in Nigeria. Who are they? Who is giving them those weapons? I said it. Miyetti Allah should know their members. These people are carrying weapons. Who are okay? They are herdsmen. Are they under Miyetti Allah? Or there are two major associations: Miyetti Allah cattle breeders, Association of Magban, and Miyetti Allah Cattle Owners. So there are two. So which of them? But the U.S. government has pointed a torch to Miyetti Allah cattle breeders. But assuming Buhari was in power, will they allow the U.S. government to work like this? These are the fundamental questions that must be asked at different times. Assuming Muhammadu Buhari was alive and we are seeing him, because the same Muhammadu Buhari was he that almost arrested Sunday Igboho, which name has been removed from wanted list now. In Igangan, Oyo State, how Sunday Igboho tried to protect his people from harm. How he tried to make sure his people are not being eliminated. The same Sunday Igboho was almost arrested by Muhammadu Buhari, and his name was put on wanted list. But look at today. Muhammadu Buhari is dead. Sunday Igboho's name has been removed. Nnamdi Kanu suffered the same fate after he was arrested from Kenya back to Nigeria. And we have seen the results. So assuming Buhari was alive, is there a chance that this move to ban Miyetti Allah would have materialized? But these are the big questions. For a man who found a way to protect his fellow Fulani, under Muhammadu Buhari, the Fulani seems to be above the law, to be above the remaining indigenous Nigerians. So can this or can such a move take place, assuming that Buhari was alive? These are the big questions that Nigerians must answer and ask themselves. But we've seen, for example, the North is now begging all of us to stay as one Nigeria. That is a big question now. They are begging all of you to stay as one Nigeria at this time. But then, let's accept the truth and the way the country is. at this time, we cannot continue with this kind of mediocrity. So let me start the comment on my viewers at this time. Many of you are here. Let me start your comments. Then we'll continue with the program the way they are at this time. My first viewer, Oluwakemi Akimbode, said he eliminated thousands of Christians in Southern Kaduna with his terrorists they brought to this country. That's Oluwakemi Akimbode. John Ebere said they are indicting themselves. And he continued, conscience is the best judge. It's an open wound that only the truth can heal. Accuser cries before he points at it. Edith Nwadike said, by telling us not to accept division, they are indirectly telling us that we must accept Sharia law or be eliminated. By choosing division, we are choosing peaceful lives and respect to our beliefs. Joseph Akele said, so you are now running. You are among them who have been terrorizing people in Southern Kaduna, and you are people reported them, and today we pay the price while you sleep comfortably. You think you are stupid people like your people. El-Rufai, stay back if your hands are clean. Prince Tofio TV. The bandits and their sponsors should not run away. They should face the full weight of the law. The blood of Nigerians they have eliminated will pursue them to the bottomless pit. Andrew Olusegun Bamigboye said, finally everybody will go on their own separate ways.